It's one of those things where I think if somebody didn't want to do it, then they didn't want to do it. You know, you can't kind of twist people's arms to do something like this. But some of the girls got it. I mean, you know, Cindy was the first one to say yes. Naomi said yes, but I'm very busy. That was a difficult one because she has such an incredibly full schedule, trying to get the right time. But you know, Naomi, we're family. I mean, we really are. I've known her since she was 17 or 18 years old, and you know, we've looked after each other in the past. So she would do anything to help us in the same way as we do anything to help her. Ava was just so happy to do it. Helena wanted to do it as well because we're all friends. I mean, we're all friends with them, aren't we? Yeah, it's absolutely. It was great.
Was it like one big reunion? I
think it was for them. I think it was for the girls actually, because you know, because they spent so much time with each other in sort of, you know, 2 decades ago when they were doing shows together, and it really was like a coming together. Yeah. Oh, I think every single scene that you see in the video is based on an actual episode in our lives.
We wish.
Don't spoil it, Johnny.
I mean, Naomi probably had the most difficult job to do. And, you know, Naomi, she was a little late arriving, and as soon as she arrived, she had to be taken away to her own room, and she was, you know, and people were like, is it going to be one of those Naomi days, you know? But I have to say, she walked out there and she just nailed it. And you just go, superstar. That's what she is.
Absolutely.
And the rest of the girls, you know, I mean, Yasmin, I have to say, Yasmin really looked like she knew what she was doing on the guitar. She really did. And they all, we gave them all little tutorials, you know. You know, Roger gave some drum I gave some bass tutorials. So they all kind of knew where the fingers were supposed to go.
I do think that the culture of celebrity that has been really kind of fostered over the last 10 years with the reality TV shows has done a lot to really kind of put up a bit of a smokescreen and make it difficult for kids to figure out what it is that's important. A lot of people think that just being famous is the be all and end all. That's all you have to aim for. I think there are very good young artists around. I know some personally myself, and I know that they just care about the music they're making. They don't necessarily get the same kind of exposure as the guys who are doing the X Factor get. It's not very high on my list of interests. But I know it's very high on my mum's list of interests. So it's entertainment. It's Saturday night entertainment. We've always had it. You know, whether it's the X Factor, Strictly Come Dancing, Opportunity Knocks, or New Faces. It's a knockout. I mean, it's entertainment. It's TV entertainment, and there's always going to be a place for it. I don't feel intimidated by it. I don't think artists should. You know, sometimes you get artists who go on and they rail against it as though it's the devil incarnate. But it's not. It's just entertainment. It doesn't stop kids from finding music that means something.
It's a business where there's a lot of drugs and alcohol, you know, and there's a lot of using goes on, you know, just as much as there is going on in the city right now.
Or in sport.
Yeah, I mean, there's help out there if you want it, but you've got to want it.
I mean, frankly, we came up with the same thing. I don't think there's any more drugs around then or now than there. I don't think there's any more drugs around now than there was then. We all managed to deal with it. We didn't have to take counselling every week. You know, you find a level. You've also got to. I mean, people do have a sense of survival.
And you know,
and friends. What you really need is friends and family. I had I'll give you the whole story. Earlier this year, I had it was a catastrophic failure. I actually lost the top octave of my range, which my normal range is 3 octaves. We never really found out what it was. There are some things that it could have been. It took 2 months for it to start coming back. But when it started coming back, I knew it was on the mend. We started doing rehearsals. We built up slowly. We started the American tour. We've done 7 weeks in America touring. We're doing 5 shows a week. I now feel bulletproof.
It must be tough though, knowing it's your livelihood.
It's tough. I mean, it's a tough job. You know, you've got to. We all work very hard, and you have to keep yourself in good shape if you're going to be able to do the kind of schedules that you need to do these days in order for it to work.
Have you got a lot of sympathy for Adele? She's going through quite a few.
Oh God, I mean, she's had a terrible time of it. I've got a lot of sympathy for her. I pray, and I'm not a religious man, but I hope so much that that this gets sorted out, because she has such a beautiful voice. She's such a great singer, and I know how threatening this problem is to a singer.